Good afternoon, everybody. I chose my next topic to be agencies and schools. This industry is unique like no other, and these two topics can be a little bit difficult to navigate if you are just testing out the waters and getting your feet wet. So, I put this together to help guide you through the process and just give you a good foundation of information to proceed with. Let's start with placement agencies. One of the main things you'll want to know is how your agency is presenting you. The last thing you'll want is to be blindsided by questions in the interview that you didn't know were on their summary information. So ask for a copy of this, and I'll touch further on this on my next slide. Register with every agency that you can find. Now, this can be an incredibly time-consuming process. Every agency out there has a 10 to 20 page application that they want you to fill out. A great way to overcome this is putting together a master application, a Word document on your local computer that you can just cut and paste information. It's going to cut down on spelling errors. It's going to cut down on time. If this is not something that you have the resources for, then there are agencies out there, such as Donna Shannon's, that can create this kind of master application for you. Hold your agencies accountable. If you do not feel that they are performing up to your standards, then let them know and find out what you need to do to help them improve. If they refuse to improve or they refuse to change, then have your name removed from their database. It is the only way that we as private service professionals can make sure that not only we are protected, but also our principals. You'll want to maintain open lines of communication with those agencies that you have a preferred relationship with. Let them know if you've found a job or you are no longer available for interviews, if you're going on vacation, if you have lost your phone, or anything that may affect their communication with you. Let them know about it. This will represent you very well, and it will also keep you at the forefront of their minds. You'll also want to let them know if you're back on the market. If they're not communicating well with you, well, then again, I refer back to my previous point about holding your agencies accountable. You heard me mention her name before, and here's another point. You'll want to visit Donna Shannon's website. She's a great resource for resume writing. She has industry professionals helping her out. She's been in this industry herself, and she also has a great document called A Job Seeker's Guide to Placement Agencies. Sign up for her newsletter and she'll send you this document for free. It really has some great information in it, and she also interviews a myriad of placement agencies and asks some very pertinent questions. So I highly recommend just going to her website. It doesn't cost anything, yet it's another wonderful resource. When working with placement agencies, you're going to want to ask the right questions. Ask them where most of their positions are. If geographically they're not in an area that you really want to be in, then maybe they move to the bottom of your priority list. I would not rule them out, however, because a lot of agencies have collaborative agreements that they will help each other out. If one is looking for the right candidate, they may refer out to another one of their agencies within their working pool to make sure that they get the perfect candidate for the job. How many candidates do they present to a potential employer? Now, we all want to be the only candidate and the only one getting the job, but the fact of the matter is you want to be the right choice, not the only choice. You don't want to walk through the door at the end of the day and have them wondering, did they really make the right decision? So make sure that they are presenting multiple candidates to each employer. Ask them if they prefer to handle the negotiations. I tend to recommend that the agencies handle the negotiations. They are professionals at this. This is what they do. For every 5 contracts that you've negotiated, they've negotiated hundreds. They're going to maximize your income because your income defines what they get, their commission. Their commissions are based on a percentage of your annual salary. Also ask during the interview process, how often will you hear from them? Will they provide you with regular updates? Are they communicating with the principals on a regular basis? These interview processes may take 6 months to a year to find the right job. A lot of times this is simply because the principal has other priorities on his or her plates. But to know what is going on at the moment allows you to gear what you're going to be doing next. The job is not yours until you have a signed agreement in front of you. So explore other options while you're interviewing. Don't hesitate to ask to see your profile. After all, this is the profile that represents you and what is being communicated to the principal. You want to know what is in it. You want to make sure that all the information is accurate. The scary fact of the matter is that there are agencies out there that will embellish or put their own twist on your resume. And the last thing you want is to be misrepresented or to be caught off guard by odd questions from the principal. Now, if they refuse to share your profile with you, I would constitute this as your first red flag. For schools, there are many options. One of the keys is you want to make sure you know what you want to do within the industry. This is going to help you identify a couple of key points that you'll want to talk about with the schools. You want to choose a school based on what they are teaching and not what they are promising. Also, knowing what you would like to do in the industry will help you also ask the right questions. How versatile is the information that they are providing? Can it be used by a house manager, a estate manager, a butler, an executive housekeeper, a nanny? So that way you are getting the most for your money. Ask them if the tools that they are providing you require a special database. I've always gauged my success on an estate based on one simple fact. Am I leaving the property in a better state than what I found it in? And if my successor cannot access the information that I've compiled because of lack of training, then I have failed at my job. Know how current is the information that they are teaching. Given the dynamic nature of technology, it is impossible to cover all systems that are out there, but they should at least be giving you a basic understanding of the various systems and how they integrate with the household. If you would like to discuss these topics further, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can reach me at solutions@vanrider.com, or you can call me at 214-808-1301. I wish you much success in finding the perfect position for you and look forward to hearing about your successes.